Hello and thanks for joining me today. I'm always excited to introduce someone new to the Worldwide Shoppers Club, and as you can see, we've tagged this a new way to live, work, and play, and we think that about sums it up. And when we're done, we'll come back to this and see if you agree. So welcome to Outside the Box. The reason I say this is because I assure you, you have never seen anything like this before. So like the hands in the picture, I want your minds open and ready to receive. We are the Worldwide Shoppers Club, and that's an international, non-registered, not-for-profit, private, volunteer membership club. Now I know that's a big statement, but every word distinguishes us and gives us many advantages I'll explain as we continue. The first distinction is that although we provide an incredible financial opportunity for our members, we are a club and not a business of any kind. When you look up the definition of a club, it says it is a group of like-minded individuals who have come together to achieve a common purpose, and to do this by creating a friendly, fun, social atmosphere for the reward of the members and their communities. So what are the purposes of our club? Basically, is to work as a collective to create more prosperity within our communities by enhancing, first, the financial and lifestyle of our members by providing an actual monthly cash flow for supporting their local community merchants. In turn, we also have the purpose to improve the profits and financial stability of our merchants by supplying them with a steady stream of loyal customers without the need of expensive advertising. Next, we want to improve funding for the many nonprofit organizations supporting our communities. And finally, we want to improve relations in our communities through a real, live social network of Worldwide Shoppers clubhouses set up around the world. For a look at why we want to do this, let's take a look at the current economic conditions. The average consumer today is under more stress and has less security than ever before. They have a definite lack of money and are working several jobs just to stay even. They are living with more debt and hardly any savings or investment, and as a result are working longer hours, leaving little time for family life, and when they do go shopping, although they don't want to, they tend to choose price over quality and service. Now what about the small business owner? Well, according to a recent Gallup poll survey, 30% worry that they won't survive another year and could even disappear in this economy. So it's obvious that the number one issue for them is also stress. They have to deal with continuous climbing overheads and constant changes in government regulations. Gone is the day when advertising was easy by placing an ad in a local newspaper or yellow pages. Now they have to keep up with rapidly changing, confusing technologies in an ever-increasing, saturated media environment. With the more transient populations, it's hard to keep employees, and finally, the biggest threat of all to the local small business is the infringement of the big box store and the internet pricing competition. Our plan to achieve our purposes of prosperity is simple and starts by looking at the standard economic model. People shop every day for the goods and services they need and want. If they buy from their local small business merchants and service providers, these create more jobs, and that puts more money in the hands of the community members, who in turn spend more, and the cycle goes on and on. But unfortunately, this cycle has been disrupted by such things as the big box stores and the internet, which is actually taking more and more money out of the local economies. Did you know that money spent with local merchants has 3 to 4 times the total economic impact as when it's spent with a big box store? Did you also know that small to medium-sized businesses account for more than 2/3 of all of the employment? And this statistic is mostly consistent all around the world. Hey, bottom line, the economy and jobs depend on small business. The simple act of our local community members redirecting as little as $100 a month to their local merchants will put hundreds of thousands of dollars into the local economies, creating more jobs and of course prosperity within the community. Now, what if we could speed this process up even more? What if we could create our own local rebate economy? Here's how that would work. Our Worldwide Shoppers members would enthusiastically support their community merchants and service providers in exchange for rebates. The merchants in each local community from all around the world send these rebates into the Worldwide Shoppers Club Global Rebate Pool. And then, since the club is a not-for-profit, all of the rebates are available to be distributed back to the members through the club's proprietary residual rebate system. Through this system, members can receive hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month additional cash flow from all around the world. Now that you're getting the idea, let's expand some more on the exceptional advantages of being a non-registered, private, not-for-profit club. First, it opens the door to unlimited international expansion. It's important to understand that the club does not do any commerce or any selling. It's not a business of any kind. We could even say the club is in the cloud. All the club does is provide a service as a collective body to support commerce around the world by promoting local merchants, which I'm sure any community would welcome. Next, the club handles no money. All rebates from all around the world are received and distributed by a Class A international bank that controls all monetary transactions. This is a huge advantage for the club members and merchants in so many ways. It clearly removes the club from any commercial activity, and just knowing that the club passed the stringent due diligence of a top international banks that have much stricter regulations, by the way, than any local banking is assuring, and of course, the security that brings to the rebate pool is enormous. And then again, as already mentioned, all rebates must be distributed back to the membership. This rebate distribution is a gigantic advantage over other for-profit rebate or cashback type business programs. Since these are for-profit businesses, they not only have a high cost to join their programs in order to earn their maximum commissions, but they also take about 25 to 33% of their cashback or rebate rewards for overhead, operating expenses, and executive salaries before paying their distributors. As a not-for-profit, the club cannot touch the rebate pool. It is exclusively for the members, and the bank makes sure of that. And believe me, 100% is way better than 66%. Now, I'm sure you know that enhancement opportunities are presented to every organization as it grows in numbers. In a for-profit business, these opportunities are added to their bottom line for the benefit of their shareholders. In the club, these type of enhancements are added to increase the rebate pool for the membership. And in effect, members will receive rebates greater than the 100% rebates they actually generate as a group. So as we all work together to grow the membership numbers, these enhancements will become more and more substantial and increase the rebates for every member. Big advantage. What the membership does is give instructions to the bank as to how the global rebate pool is distributed. This directive is called the residual rebate system, and we'll go over that as we continue. And of course, it is exactly the same opportunity for every member. So are you getting a glimpse of how we're creating a new economy of prosperity? All our members are doing is redirecting their shopping dollars locally for what they already need and want. For their loyalty shopping and for helping the club expand, they receive monthly residual rebates. This will lead to our members having an increase in financial stability, and as a result will have more quality time for their family. And now when they shop, they'll be seeking out better quality and services offered by our merchants, with any big box store differential more than offset by the individual residual rebates. On the small business and service provider side, they'll gain loyal repeat customers seeking them out in exchange for their rebates. They'll be able to cut their costly and risky advertising expenses and direct some of it towards the rebates themselves, which is much more effective since the rebates are paid only after the sale. This will lead to more business, more profits, and more community employment, and it will allow them to stop playing the price game so they can concentrate on providing our members with the quality products and quality services they deserve. And finally, as we form this community, we'll have more fun, travel, rewards, and satisfaction from contributing and connecting through a network of worldwide shoppers clubhouses all around the world. So now let's take a closer look at the residual rebate system. The first thing to note is that it is proprietary and exclusive to the Worldwide Shoppers Club and is the only one of its kind in the world. And as I mentioned earlier, it is the directive or the instructions from the membership to the bank for the distribution of the global rebate pool. And although 100% of the pool could be distributed completely to the members have decided to use 3% of the pool for humanitarian causes, 5% for merchant promotions since they are such a vital part of generating rebates, and the remainder, 92% of the global pool, will be distributed to the members through the residual rebate system. This system rewards working together, helping others, and of course, personal efforts. And it really just boils down to join, shop, and redeem. So let's look at each of these points a little closer. To be a Worldwide Shoppers Club member, the monthly fee is $25. Now, although the club is global, the United States dollar is currently the international standard, so all fees around the world must be equivalent to US dollars. In order to receive rebates, a member must become an active member by generating rebates of at least $10 per month, also measured in US dollars. And once an active member has invited and maintains 3 personal active members, they will no longer have to pay the monthly membership fee. Remember, we're not a business and we don't make a profit. Our membership fees are very important to the club. They are the sole source of our operating funds, and these fees, just like some of the big box store membership programs that charge a fee, allow the club to pass on the full advantage of any group buying power and enhanced rebates to our members. The next step to residual rebates is to invite others to join to develop what we call a shopping group. Since this is a private club, a new member must be invited by a current member, and all new members stemming from that current member are tracked, no matter where they are in the world. If you look at this picture, the woman in the front is the current member, and the first thing she wants to do is develop what's called a shopping circle by personally inviting 3 new members. Now let's take a little bit different view of this in what we call the shared array. In this array, a member can only have 3 new members directly connected to them. And as you can see, this creates a completed shopping circle. And as long as this circle is maintained, they not only receive residual rebates, but their monthly membership fees are covered and do not have to be paid. Now let's talk about expanding the group. Each new member is also going to want to complete their shopping circle to have their membership fees covered. And as this happens, the group will grow. And this is represented by the blue, red, and gold circles in the shared array. Beyond that, the current member should also continue to invite new members to expand their group, if for no other reason to be sure that they always have 3 active members qualified. Since the current member can only have 3 new members directly attached to them, the additional members are gifted into the open positions in the array and the shopping group grows. Remember, the club has no boundaries and any members' groups could expand into several countries. The great part of this is, for rebates, there is absolutely no difference between an international member and a member that lives right next door. Just keep inviting members and encourage others to do the same. The amount of rebates that a member will receive are determined by 3 things. The amount of personally generated rebates by the member, the size of the member's shopping group, and the amount of rebates generated by their shopping group. So basically, the more rebates a member and their group are responsible for contributing to the pool, the more rebates they'll receive from the pool. When looking at rebates, they're distinguished into 2 categories. First, there's shared rebates. These are the rebates generated that make a member active and able to receive personal and group rebates. These are the $10 rebates we talked about earlier. Overage rebates are additional rebates beyond the shared rebates that are generated by the member and their group, all adding to the overall rebate pool for distribution and increasing their residual rebates. When you go to the Worldwide Shoppers Club website or use the phone app, you will see many merchants searchable by category and location. One thing I should point out here as we're talking about merchants is that they actually join for free. They get the opportunity to display their goods and services on our members' websites complete with pictures, video, description, and location as long as they display and agree to pay a rebate when our members shop with them. Now I'm sure you know that merchants have varying degrees of margins, so the rebates they will offer will also vary. On a site we've color-coded the rebates with orange being greater than 10%, black being exactly 10%, and blue less than 10% for easy reference. Now with this in mind, to become an active member and generating $10 in rebate, at 7 you'd have to spend $143, at 10 just $100, at 20 only $50, and we have several merchants offering 40% rebates, which means you'd only have to spend $25 to get that $10 rebate. Now let's take a look at how this might operate in the real world. First of all, I want to make the point that you should only be redirecting money to merchants for goods and services you actually need and want. This is not about spending money for the purpose of receiving rebates. This should all happen naturally as you just go about your normal routine, while just being conscious of shopping locally through the Worldwide Shoppers Club network of merchants, some of which we have displayed here in this example. So let's suppose this month I decide to give my wife a little extra attention. I start by buying her flowers and a nice gift from a local florist rather than ordering online. And for doing that, I receive my shared rebate to become an active member. For overage rebates, I got a honey-do list out of the way, which was to have an alarm system installed to secure our house. Then I purchased a gift certificate for her to have a local massage and pedicure. Next, we sat down and had some fun booking our next vacation condo. And then we go to this really cool hobby place, sip some wine, and do a painting class. Turned out to be a really fun night. And all of this generated $50 of rebates during the month. The next month turns out to be a domestic month. First we had to replenish all of our pet supplies, next we stocked up on several things from the pharmacy, and then we bought some gift cards for gas, groceries, and a couple of restaurants we really like. Unfortunately my computer broke down and I had to have it repaired. And of course when I went there I picked up a few extra supplies from the local tech stores. Finally I went to my chiropractor and got an adjustment to keep my body aligned. All of this activity generated $65 in rebates for the month. My third month was pretty big because a while ago I contracted out with a local renovator to upgrade my home office. We paid for it this month and received a $60 rebate right from the start. After he was done, I wanted to get everything thoroughly clean, so we hired a local cleaner. Then we took my family and the construction crew out for a meal to say thanks for a job well done. I also hired out some marketing services and she designed a business card for me and suggested I have them printed to get myself better known. And all of this business related stuff generated $125 in rebates. Now, of course, this continues, and each month these rebates are sent into the rebate pool, and then the residual rebates are calculated based on the amount of personal shopping done by the member, the size of their shopping group, and the rebates generated within their group. So let's just take a look at this flow to be sure we've got it. Now remember, all of the international rebates are collected and distributed by a Class A international bank. This requires us to have a sophisticated, detailed tracking system in place that tracks everything in real time through a fail-safe, synchronized, multiple-node network that cannot go down or be affected by attacks. Through this tracking system, the merchants are invoiced and send their rebates from their bank to the international bank that controls the global rebate pool. The club then adds to the rebate pool any of the enhancement opportunities taken advantage of because of our numbers and size, or any additional rebates from our service vendors. As a result, with the rebates and the enhancements, more than 100% of the rebates collected into the global pool are fairly distributed back to the club membership through the residual rebate system. These funds are sent directly from the bank to the members' e-wallets that they control. This cycle of receiving rebates from the merchants, adding enhancements, and distributing the rebates back to the membership happens over and over again with a cycle of approximately 2 months without the club handling any money. Let's give you an estimate idea of the rebate possibilities. As we've already mentioned, there's 3 key variables determining the rebates that would be received, and they have endless possibilities, so let's just define what we use for this example. First of all, we assume that the member is generating $50 in personal rebates. We then set up various group sizes and estimated the rebates based on the group rebates generated that looks like this. What this means is that 100% of the group would generate at least $10 in rebates, while only 30% of the group will be generating $50 in rebates, with all of the other percentages in between at their respective rebate amounts. So with these conditions, here's an example of the monthly rebates that can be expected as the shopping group ripples out and becomes larger. At the 3 personal new members, not only are you receiving $25 in rebates, but you no longer have to pay the membership fees, certainly a $50 value. At 15 new members, you now have approximately $100 in rebates each month. That's enough to treat yourself to a spa day or a really nice dinner out on the town. At 60 members, now that's the type of money that can really make a difference. It's said that the difference between bankruptcy or not is just a couple of $100 a month. At 200 members in your shopping group, and remember, these members do not come from you. They come from the whole world as the group reaches out, and that would be over $1,000 a month of positive cash flow from rebates each month. Be honest, would that make a difference? Just think what you could do to enhance the finances and the lifestyle of your family. I'm not going to go over the whole chart here, and certainly the items on the right-hand side are just ideas. But I do want to point out the suggestion at the 600 member column. What if you took all of the rebates you receive and do nothing fancy at all, but just pay your bills, pay off your debt, and eventually get rid of your mortgage? How much would that change your life? Well, as a club, we'd be very happy because we can see the fulfillment of our #1 purpose, to enhance the finances and lifestyle of our members, and as a result of that, all of the others will come. It's such a win-win. Well, with all that said, I just want to take a minute to talk about the possibility with nonprofit organizations. They have a great need for funding to carry out all the essential services they provide the local community. The club has set up some special arrangements for nonprofit organizations to make it easy for them to join and maintain their active member status. As far as I'm concerned, nonprofits are a quadruple win situation. Building a shopping group started with the nonprofit supporters is a win for the nonprofit as they receive shopping rebates. It is a win for the nonprofit supporters as they also receive rebates. It is a double win for the community as the local merchants are receiving the $100 spent by the supporters and the community is receiving the community services provided by the nonprofit organization. And it is a win for the active member who found and invited the nonprofit to join, since the entire nonprofit group will be part of the active member shopping group residual rebates as well. And finally, I just want to let you know, as the Worldwide Shoppers Club grows, there will be physical clubhouses all around the world. Actually, an area that develops 1,200 sustainable members over a period of time can apply for funding for a clubhouse. This means in cities there can be several clubhouses, not just one. Picture a Worldwide Shoppers Club cafe exclusively for members and merchants to gather in your local community. As your shopping group expands, you may find that you are developing friends from all around the world. Wouldn't it be great to go and visit them? Remember, you can generate your rebates from anywhere in the world and it counts like just next door. So right now, the Worldwide Shoppers Club is in its infancy, and although it's not a business opportunity, it is an enormous opportunity for our private club members who would like to help us expand the Worldwide Shoppers Club around the world. Merchants and members are joining every day, and even though we want to add more and more merchants into our pipeline for our members, the merchants are third party to the club. We are not a business and we are not tied to any particular product. If anything, our product is our community prosperity. So let's work together to bring business back to Main Street. So now that you've seen the Worldwide Shoppers Club, the best time to act is now. Go to your inviting members website and click the join button, become a member. Then you'll be all set up with your own website. You can start inviting new members right away. Let's get that shopping circle completed quickly so you never have to pay another membership fee. Now shop for both shared and overage rebates so that you can participate in the highest level possible in the residual rebate system. And soon you will be redeeming rebates into your Worldwide Shoppers Club e-wallet. It's that simple. So thanks for taking the time to find out about the Worldwide Shoppers Club through this overview presentation. As you can see, there's a great big world out there to tackle. But as you can also see, things are changing rapidly. Everything is speeding up. Are you prepared? Just think about this and let it sink in. The world of work is going to be turned upside down as 2 billion jobs, half the jobs on the planet today, will be gone by 2030. You know, that's not very far away. And maybe it doesn't matter to you, but does it matter to your children? If you'd like to have more certainty for you and your family, or a feeling of doing something significant by contributing and belonging to a group that is growing towards the future and creating the freedom that you're looking for, you should get involved. Collectively, we can have an effect on the economy. We can create our own economy. We've developed a platform here that we can just put anything through for the benefit of our members. So I'm going to bid you goodbye now and leave you where we started and just ask you if you agree. Can you see now how the Worldwide Shoppers Club is a new way to live, work, and play?